We're seeing this happening right now, and Nairo has the potential to take it cleanly, but also suffer as a result of PinkFresh's mind games, because like I said, like he does everything to keep you at bay.
Let's see how the champion of Super Smash Con will fare against one of MVDA's finest.
Yeah, coming from a first at SmashCon, he's had to felt good about that, only because that like reset against Zero, I mean, that was just so amazing. That's a huge confidence booster. I mean, he's also won it last year, which is amazing too, to be able to be like the defending champ 2 years in a row now. But he did drop a little bit, okay, a little bit from his 7th at STR Saga, but that's still top 8 at an S tier. Like, those are results, right? But
oh, the SD coming out from PinkFresh, caught under the stage. And
the 90.
Yes.
The QB, sorry.
The QB.
So QB, popular Japanese Bayonetta main, known for SDing as Bayonetta because of all our wacky shenanigans. It happens to the best of us. But let's see if PinkFresh can brush that out, because Nairo definitely isn't. He's going to press that into his advantage as much as he can. He has 7% extra credit, but he's only at 62%.
Both these players being relatively conservative in how they play the neutral. Again, as we mentioned before, PinkFresh isn't as wild as the other Bayonetta players, bar Salem.
He has control.
Yes.
And that's what I really admire about him, because like with Bayonetta not having control just leads into you just being, you know, dying, because you know the way you fall and your hurt boxes leaves you very, very vulnerable to a lot of the stuff that, you know, Zero Suit and Sheik has. But he's controlled, he's restrained, and he only does what he needs to do when he needs to do it.
An interesting forward smash coming out from Nairo.
Very takes it.
Wow. And it's crazy to think that Nairo that game did a fair bit less damage than PinkFresh did, yet it was a 2-stock in his favor.
Yeah, and you know, that's kind of hard, right? Because this is a 2 out of 3, this is 2-stock format, and it's also Smash 4 running on the game mention that it does. But I don't think that was representative of what PinkFresh could do, because
absolutely
that SD coming back from that momentum, it's also Zero Suit. Like, I want to see this game 2 actually be the PinkFresh we know, because I don't think that game 1 was totally representative.
So I definitely want to see PinkFresh come alive this game.
Yeah, I mean, Nairo obviously taking Captain Zack at Evo. Like, he sees this matchup for what it is, and he's one of the Bayo Slayers, and there it goes at 56.
That was a little over 10 seconds. That stock was gone. That was not due to like any severe mistake from PinkFresh. That was just incredible gameplay coming out from Nairo.
And I wanted to see PinkFresh really show who he was, or who, you know, we know him as in this game, but like Nairo is just not here for that right now. He's trying to get to winners finals.
We wanted to see that. We wanted to see that boy shine, but Nairo quick to put out the fire.
Yeah, the thing about Nairo too is that he doesn't give any room for error, and he barely makes mistakes himself, to the point where like you will get like blown up very quickly, because as much as like he may want to show compassion, which he doesn't, right? You're playing to win. Zero Suit by design doesn't allow for that. Okay, so we're gonna see both of them get back to stage. Nairo taking center stage to PinkFresh also coming, but off the stage now. PinkFresh is going to try to get back and get the back air.
Beautiful reversal on that attempted edge guard coming out from PinkFresh. Now he's definitely back in the game. Back within, right out of the boost kick.
That bites only because the punish. Okay, well, whatever. He got a
wow.
punish. Whatever, he got a punish.
What? And what a punish it was. 53%.
I was gonna say it was unfortunate he didn't get the punish on that, but he actually made up for it and got into a 53 now. This is now looking even at 67%. Once again, threat of witch time is always present, but Nairo's not gonna let that deter him.
Absolutely not. We see he has the stage control. He's looking for these juggle opportunities, these back airs, these up airs.
Okay.
Just out of range.
Shook. So had he been closer where that would have actually caught him in the witch time?
Yes.
Okay. Game design. So there's actually a very famous set. Actually, I'm not even going to talk about that right now, because we're looking at a last hit situation with PinkFresh unable to find his mark with the up air, but he
finds it with the back air.
So PinkFresh, right, not ranked this season, which again, rankings, as we've seen, sometimes do not make a difference to sort of predict how people will do necessarily, because Nairo's sitting at like, you know, 3rd in the world right now, but he just lost a game, okay? Not to say that him losing a game means anything more than him just losing a game in this set, but PinkFresh brought it. PinkFresh definitely brought it, and like I said, seeing the second game be more representative of what he's able to do with that reversal off witch twist to get that backer when they're on the side under the platform. Like, PinkFresh thinks about his Bayonetta play, and that's what makes him such a great player.
His incredible awareness, and I believe that a lot of that comes from his experience.
Stop. Okay. That up tilt would have confirmed into a lot more damage, but even 25 is nice to have right now because he's extending it to 43, 50, and now it stays. So Nairo hasn't answered back yet, but I'm sure one grab will result in at least 40%. Oh, not 17. It's okay, being conservative, okay? Because now we're in a game 3 situation, might I remind you. It's not 3 out of 5. So Nairo does have to think twice about everything he does, only because what he does now will determine how the rest of the stock goes.
And that grab right there, that was the kind of grab that Nairo would do, you know? He whiffed a grab,
Grab again.
and yeah, grab again. He whiffed that grab. Bayonetta tried to punish, and then she went into shield, you know, expecting an attack like a lot of players would go for. Nairo just goes for another grab.
Yeah, why not?
Excellent pressure coming out of the back air into the forward tilt.
And I'm also surprised, too, how in this situation, likewise with Mars, even though Mars did lose against Zach, we didn't see a ban of triplats from PinkFresh because this is Zero Suit's playground. Taking it with a back air, of course, but, you know, there is that sort of easy sort of stock that he can take from a grab at 30%, especially now that he's headed towards Rage.
We see him gradually building up that damage that can lead to that potentially fatal grab. Another grab coming out from Nairo off the platforms. Oh, he missed the double jump.
He missed the jump, definitely. He did an up air without the jump. That would have brought PinkFresh dangerously close to the top. Nice answer to the down air with an up air. These aren't buttons from PinkFresh. These are calculated moves. Everything he's doing is deliberate.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of careful thought to his play. He doesn't want to lose this just here.
But he
Nairo,
needs to land first, but he needs to land.
Nairo is not allowing that to happen. These up airs only doing 4%. That's how stale they are at the moment.
We got Lay's chips over here left in the back room. 4% off an up air. That's wild. Okay. Oh.
That was excellent from Nairo. The amount of pressure that he applied and then quickly switching to the defensive to punish that up smash from PinkFresh. That was impeccable. That was top level play coming out from Nairo. NRG's Nairo.
Not surprising, but at the same time, great stuff to PinkFresh.